Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warwick LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warwick LTV. Keep it locked.
Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? You see? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Yes, brothers and sisters. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, and all things good and wonderful amongst us and about us. Welcome again, viewers and subscribers. You see, now, you see this Vybes Cartel thing here. Notice one of Jamaica's most influential blogger get quite emotional about the whole affair. You know, to the point where we hear some things where we can only accredit to, you know, a state of delusion, man. You see. So first piece of explanation we want to start out with is that so the first law was religion. You see, now this law was based on morals. You know, see the principles where the community desire say is suitable for, you know, is appropriate for administer. Yeah, civility. You know, see. So after a while, man designed, you know, scamming, and there was no consequence for break a moral code. See, so more robust law was introduced. A law was introduced to substitute for morals, to support morals, but it becomes like the consequential part of the you know, the consequential ramification of breaking these codes toward same definition. You know, see, so it developed over time. See, and when one crime happened already and it repeats itself, like for instance, a similar situation happened, the decision in that case before usually the one after usually follow the principles of that case, because essentially the facts are the same. So the principle as applied by the statutes are common law. Common law means the law that was developed over centuries ago before government system like a parliament was introduced or considered themselves the supreme body, lawmakers of the land. Before this, the court was, but there was this confrontation between the judiciary, you know, and parliament, whereby parliament, I say, the people elect them. So they are the ones who should be the sovereign lawmakers. And it was done. So it was, you know, because the people who are the sovereign of the land are, you know, their choice usually be the you know, yeah, final decision. Now, laws weren't just popped up out of a guy's head. All of him just feel like saying in a power, they want to introduce this or do this. No, there has to be consultation. See? Now, other than the law itself, in developing the law, a constitution was created. Now, this constitution usually outline like the desire, the nature, the atmosphere, and expectations of the sovereign, that is the population, you know, the type of code where they want to abide by. See, now after that constitution, then comes the legislative law, or the legislative power of the elected government. See, now whichever law them are going to make, them have to ensure that this law conform or is incompatibility with the constitutional settings, the constitutional expectation. Constitution is the first law. It's the law of all law. All laws of a fall under that. Seen? So if you are going to set a law that's where the Constitution does not endorse, that is a bad law. And you see, it's not even enforceable to begin with. Any enforcement is illegal. It's against the right of the individual which it's being enforced against. You see, and it's challengeable in a court. You see, and it's that simple. See? Now, every jurisdiction we're going, meaning Jamaica is sovereign jurisdiction. Every country will make them own law, have their own parliament, who can enact laws that's reflective of their nature, is a sovereign nation. See? However, regardless how sovereign you are, your model usually come after an already existing sovereign who has had his history and experience in the field of law. See, it's not like law is partial, or law has got any form of friends or anything like that. Law no keep friends. You see, when I say people who interfere with the law, people who misinterpret the law and things like that and get it wrong, when I say that, when I say people who won't be corrupt and things like that. But if you study the law as it is on paper, or practice the law as it is on paper, there's no getting it wrong. I mean, and you can't be at blame. Everybody did agree that this was gonna be the result in case of this. You understand what I say? And if you know agree with me, whenever a new party are coming to power and things like that, you see, the things them way suggesting a campaign speech is called an election manifesto. When you vote for that party coming to power, everything when preach out there before election, you give them the right for come and act these things. Notwithstanding the Constitution, a guy cannot ignore that. Furthermore, in proposal, then even before him coming to power, had was to conform with the Constitution, because the party where my challenge would have pointed that out and show how uneducated and unpolitical he is, or whichever. See. So at the end of the day, that wouldn't have been the case. The guy come correct according to the Constitution. You see, in a Britain case and Jamaica, Vybes Cartel, the Privy Council, so a long talk before we call the man here. The Privy Council, from day one, I call it. You can go check my video them. But the call said this was gonna happen. The case, even the people who wanted Vybes Cartel to get sentenced, knew, them said there was no confidence in them speech. See, now, a neutral perspective, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to explain the law. And these are the things that always messed up our educational process, because, yes, sometimes, most of the time, the people we attack already choose a side. See, and because of this, we develop this second nature feels. Anybody will say something, already choose a side. You see, and the side, if it not sound relatable to my cause, me and him not a friend, and me no want what I say. So let me declare from now, me I speak pan how the law work, not in favor of Vybes Cartel or in favor of the DPP and Paula Llewellyn. If we've got through me history, me bun Cartel, me bun Paula Llewellyn. But from day one, me talk say this is that. And so it all happen. And so when Vybes Cartel do a good tune or something happen good in him favor, me commend it. And me applaud it. Same way, no bias. I say, God, we want it happen now way, and if we see there's any indication like some things might, we reach out and Drowned man grab a fast straw, you know, enough the like so we as a people are drowned. Anyway, continue. In a Vybes Cartel case of the Privy Council and the Jamaica justice system now, like I said, even the people who wanted Vybes Cartel to get convicted was not convinced with how the process, the judicial process was being applied, and if there was any learned or legally educated people within the context of things. As a matter of fact, I wasn't, as a matter of fact. You see, but me know if me know Vybes Cartel will be able to afford to bring it a Privy Council. As you know, I've been through the Jamaica justice system. You see, me know it operate. It's like you can see, you want to say at least 70% of the man them are in there. It's unsafe conviction. We're not talking about guilty or not guilty. We're talking about the safety of the conviction according to international standards or according to the standard of the appellate court that was designed and set up, pre-prepared eons before the Vybes Cartel trial. DPP know the expectation of these people and know say this case is gonna fall through if ever it should have did come to the stage that it is today. You can look on Paula Llewellyn's body action. This is nothing serious to her. This is the highest point of Paula Llewellyn's career. The biggest and the most exposure she ever got. She was overwhelmed. She wasn't concerned with proving any point or reasonability. Because I can't touch one point where them could have did touch pan as a defense. You know, see it? But we not gonna go there, so. Because it done there, so. So we are dealing with it. You know, see it? There was, and, you know, see it? Yeah. See, I may have touch pan, because I touch pan one with Isaac Buchanan. See, so I may have touch pan one of them argument as well, where me I wonder, oh, you know, see, them don't make no argument like that. I've experienced at least 3 judicial precedents in Britain here that was quite similar to the breach, the Vybes Cartel breach. I've discovered at least three cases in Britain that was breached by that, even though the British Constitution does not protect against this. However, yeah, when it comes to interests of the state, when it comes to influential people who can manipulate and have certain access, you know, the characteristics for damage law and order and things like that, these things are called not necessarily extenuating circumstance. You know, see, but these circumstances are different. You see, these circumstances weren't planned for. These circumstances weren't expected when the Constitution were being drawn up. You see, and you show the supported evidence and things like that. What that makes it so. This is a new development. This is now, not then, and set a precedent. But anyway, we're not going to go this. You see, we are still yes, okay, yes, right there. See, now there's only an argument and, you know, I would have a challenge to this argument, but nonetheless, come on, you know, make the thing lively. But anyway, we're done with that. See, no, it's not about respect or anything like that. It's about history, you know, see, and the integrity of the law, because as how the history of the law set out the traits and, you know, like we say, these cases already happened before, similar issues. And if it's not in one case body, you will find bits and pieces. You see, and then you will find judges' opinion differently as well that can support the construct of your argument or the summing up to you know, the judge summing up, the courts summing up. You know, see, this is how it works. You know, see, so Britain has got a history. And it's not like, so well, then you're going to say, oh, black people can't use these reference because the individual them where they involved not black. They weren't descendant of slave. They weren't colonial people. These are individual British sovereign Barnia people. And at them make the law. At them did involve in a them sort of incident here. And it's not reflective of what go on amongst black people. This is how some man coming like I saw some man construe the law. You know see? The law no have no color. I just incidents, how them happen, when and how and when and keep repeating themselves and things like that and comparability and things like that. You know see, these are the things. You go back and you research. It's easily done. You know see, in a Vybes Cartel case, you have a thing up here, a system where you search for case boy, where you just type in, you can type in keywords like boss kill gang leaders for missing firearms. And the amount of case where you see come up in that. And granted, you could have read through one of them where I probably certain little details different from the same alleged allegations against Vybes Cartel. So the whole trial and everything, you understand what I say? The principle of how the law apply to a guilty or an innocent or the development, the facts of the case developing to the summing up and things like that. You understand? They are usually history out there for reflect upon or compare. You know, see it and then come to a final decision. These are called precedents. You know, see? Seen, and there are authorities for future case of a similar nature. Seen? So these are what judges go by. Seen? So, when we hear some man say, become a republic and abolish the Privy Council, the British, their Commonwealth thing and thing like that. Now, I don't have a problem with that. Is that I tell you no. What I have a problem with is whether rascal are not going to replace it with Rasta. Now, when I tell me it's a bunch of Caribbean judge, where obviously Jamaica being one of the most powerful countries in the Caribbean like that, now go have no influence over the court there. All right, look, drop that. Before when I reach the say at night, as a matter of fact, I could go back to the fact I say every crevice, every corner of Jamaica corrupt. No institution in Jamaica where you can't question its credibility. Every health corrupt. Education corrupt. Security forces, joke thing never mentioned that. The judiciary, yes, because yes, it corrupt. Not in the sense that I'm gonna say you can go bribe a judge or a thing like that. But you know, the malfeasance. You know, you have to say, oh, them do for them things like them no follow no standard. Them no. Really and truly, it's like a man just, and these things, I say these things because them know them is not the highest court. And them abusing them power. Acting ultra-virus. Acting not misappropriating the translation of the statutory acts. Them just apply it for them way. However them feel like, whenever them feel like. And them do that because them know say majority of the population is so underprivileged as them can't seek higher authority or more, you know, yeah, higher judges for look into the case. Yeah. I mean, an innocent man know him innocent, you know. But with the operation, with the principles and practices of the Jamaican judicial system. Can you 100%, I mean, can it say that, oh, come on, whole heap of man get just dash away innocently so two man are there in a prison upon unsafe conviction and things. Unsafe conviction, I'm tell you something. First thing we should have said, murder are one of the most serious charges. You see, me use that word there probably at the right time because glad me never use it earlier because you know YouTube stay with them murder. But the big M, one of the most serious charge, yeah? The requirements for that is beyond a shadow of a doubt. All of the facts, all of the details should be there, no doubt, not supposed to in there. You see? So when we hear some people are come with some delusional, fancy talk like say, well then, them are the Beanie Man Duppy, where twins have twins they create, Rasta. Attack with some high level, you can hear, I see this, the type of spirit we dwell within individuals like this, because individuals like this will sell you misinformation, wrong information, we can't work, it not gonna work, but yet still, them create this illusion and dissent against development and progress. You see? Yeah. A lot of them have their own motives in mind, Rasta. And when you listen to them tone, them direction, get the true meaning of what them say. You see, say, some guy have ulterior motive. You see? Some guy just talk about the things that them know people want to hear. Not the bitter truth, which is how to change things, like come up with a plan. No. You just sit down and you watch everything where go on the destruction and you come and talk about it and make a big food off of it and laugh. King. No solution. And draw some impossible comparison. Some comparison with some more, superior economies than Jamaica's self, which is, again, delusion. You see, and these things, a whole heap of people, it's like a political campaign, a propaganda campaign, which is always a strategy of, Jamaica politics. It kind of lean one-sided to be fair, but it is the case. See, yeah, these are the things, Rasta, misinformation, blatant ignorance, ranting, like, this is the authority. But I guess one of these days, every tree shall show its farm, everything shall show its farm. Everybody will know who is who and what is what. See, don't get it twisted. Everywhere you go, yeah, the rule of law exists and it stands predominant. See? So, if you switch, where you do jump to another master that is likely more susceptible to corruption, Rasta, than what I see go on the other day. Think about it. No. Like I said, it's not like I disagree with the program of Republic Jamaica. No. But what sort of authority, what sort of watch body we are going to have with the authority where Jamaica has to answer to and things like that? You know what I say? Who really, right now I say the Integrity Commission asks for the Prime Minister's financial dealings from 2021, and it's being rumored all now say them not get it. I mean, come on. Which country in the Caribbean, which authority in the Caribbean is gonna be more you know, effective to Jamaica government or intimidating to Jamaica government than the Integrity Commission in Jamaica, who can spread all the propaganda or whatever and destroy the credibility of the party in question. I mean, and then, come on, you know, see? Yeah. So, these guys here are going to be, I going to see, Caribbean Court of Justice has any consequence, Rasta? No, I don't feel so. I don't know who want to believe that, or probably a man who would have liked the American thing adapt it. You know, see, but regardless of what go on, we going to have to follow after some standard, some law standard where them have a history, a body of case, working examples. You know, see it, where we can draw from to decide our case them, punish our case them, and things like that. This is how law, judgment, precedents work and all of them sort of things that I hope are making sense. So it beyond me when me hear certain delusion I go on in representation of legality. You know, see? Yeah. So you don't know, I hope it makes sense. Because I have a little program I forgot upon right away as well. It's a key, you know, 3/4 of my mind. You see it? So take up 3/4 of my mind. But me need to say this, I'm glad to say it still. So don't know, once again I give thanks. See? Rastafari. I hope I make sense to the eye of Rasta.